What if I told you there is a world hidden beneath the internet, a world where criminals operate in the shadows, where identities disappear, and your darkest fears come alive? This is not science fiction. This is the dark web. The internet you use every day is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath it lies a vast, hidden network, a digital underworld that cannot be accessed by regular browsers. Here, everything is anonymous. Transactions, conversations, even crimes happen in secret. Drugs, weapons, hacking tools, stolen data, the dark web is a marketplace for the illegal and the dangerous. But who are the people behind these screens? And how do they stay hidden in a world built on information? It is not just criminals, it is also the law enforcement agents risking everything to bring them down, navigating a digital maze filled with traps and deception. Sometimes, the hunters become the hunted. Across the world, headlines reveal dramatic arrests, market takedowns, and mysterious disappearances linked to the dark web. These stories expose a hidden war, a battle between those who exploit the shadows and those who try to shine a light on them. So, who are the people hiding behind the veil of anonymity? How do they vanish without a trace in a world full of data? And can law enforcement ever win this digital cat-and-mouse game? If you want to uncover the dark truth of the dark web and hear stories no one else tells, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon now so you do not miss the next part of this thrilling journey. Also, tell me in the comments, what do you think happens to those who get caught in the dark web's deadly web? A college dropout created a virtual black market that would change the criminal world forever, but he underestimated the price of power. Ross Ulbricht was just an ordinary young man, studying physics and economics, with a dream that seemed almost too idealistic. He believed in freedom, the freedom to trade goods and ideas without government interference. But his vision was about to ignite a revolution in the dark corners of the internet. In 2011, Ross launched Silk Road, an online marketplace hidden in the shadows of the dark web. Using advanced encryption and anonymous browsers, Silk Road allowed buyers and sellers to trade illegal goods, primarily drugs, with an unprecedented level of privacy. No names, no addresses, just digital currency and hidden deals. Within months, Silk Road exploded in popularity. It became the go-to hub for drug traffickers, hackers, and buyers worldwide. Some saw it as a new form of free market capitalism, others as a dangerous criminal playground. Either way, it was clear, the internet would never be the same. But Ross's idealistic project soon spiraled beyond his control. The marketplace attracted violent criminals and ruthless vendors, and the billions of dollars flowing through its virtual halls caught the attention of law enforcement agencies around the world. Behind the scenes, a secret war was underway to bring down Silk Road and its elusive creator. The climax came in a quiet public library in San Francisco in 2013. Ross Ulbricht was arrested, not in some dramatic shootout, but carefully and quietly, while he sat at his laptop. The takedown shocked the digital underworld and sent a powerful message: no one is truly invisible on the dark web. But after Silk Road's fall, a new question arose: who would rise to fill the void and take control of this dangerous digital empire? When Silk Road fell, a new king rose from the ashes, bigger, bolder, and more dangerous than anyone had imagined. AlphaBay quickly became the largest marketplace on the dark web, a sprawling digital bazaar where anything illegal could be bought and sold. From drugs and weapons to hacking tools and stolen identities, AlphaBay offered it all, with millions of users trusting its encrypted walls to keep their secrets safe. At the center of this empire was Alexander Kazes, a mysterious figure few knew and even fewer saw. Unlike the young idealist who created Silk Road, Kazes lived a life of contradictions. Behind the screens of his criminal network, he was a tech-savvy operator running an empire worth hundreds of millions, yet he maintained a quiet, secretive personal life, shrouded in anonymity. As AlphaBay grew, so did the pressure from law enforcement. Agencies across the globe joined forces, piecing together clues and digital footprints in a complex game of cat and mouse. The pursuit was relentless. In 2017, the chase ended unexpectedly. Alexander Kazes was arrested in his luxurious home in Thailand, caught off guard by authorities. But just days later, he was found dead in his cell under mysterious circumstances, sparking questions and conspiracy theories that still linger today. What really happened behind those prison walls? Was it suicide, or something more sinister? And as one empire fell, how would the dark web's dangerous markets evolve next? Some criminals do not sell drugs, they sell digital weapons capable of crippling entire nations. The shadow brokers emerged from the depths of the dark web, leaking powerful hacking tools stolen from the National Security Agency. These were no ordinary malware programs, they could disrupt governments, businesses, and millions of lives worldwide. Suddenly, the dark web was not just a marketplace for illegal goods, it had become a battleground for cyber warfare. Behind the scenes, anonymous hackers operated in a world where identity was a ghost and power came from code. The shadow brokers stayed hidden, taunting intelligence agencies by releasing devastating cyber weapons and ransomware tools. Their leaks sparked some of the most notorious cyber attacks in history, locking hospitals and factories, demanding millions in cryptocurrency to restore access. Law enforcement and intelligence agencies scrambled to track these invisible enemies. Yet every attempt to unmask or catch them was met with silence and digital smokescreens. The game had changed. Instead of chasing drug dealers or weapons traffickers, the fight was now against faceless hackers capable of wreaking havoc with a single keystroke. The threat was not just hypothetical, the damage was real and growing. What happens when the weapons sold on the dark web fall into the hands of those who seek to destroy, not just profit? How do governments defend themselves against enemies hiding behind encrypted networks and untraceable identities? If this episode made you curious or forced you to think about the hidden dangers of the dark web, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. What lies ahead in this hidden cyber battleground? How will the war between hackers and authorities unfold next? Beyond drugs and digital weapons, some dark web deals trade in human lives, where hope fades and silence speaks louder than words. Hidden in the darkest corners of this online underworld are human trafficking rings and murder-for-hire services that operate with chilling efficiency. Victims, often desperate and trapped, become invisible commodities in a market driven by greed and cruelty. Behind encrypted chats and untraceable transactions, these criminals carry out some of the most horrifying crimes imaginable. Law enforcement agencies face a daunting task. Rescuing victims means infiltrating shadowy networks where every step risks exposing undercover agents. Time is always against them, as traffickers constantly shift their operations to stay ahead. Yet, through relentless dedication and painstaking investigations, some rings have been dismantled, and survivors have been brought back from the brink. The human stories behind these crimes are heart-wrenching, stories of loss, survival, and the fight to reclaim freedom. These victims remind us that the dark web is not just a place of abstract threats but a real world where real lives are at stake. What drives people to take part in such darkness? How do authorities balance secrecy and urgency in this battle? And most importantly, what can be done to stop the cycle of exploitation hidden behind screens? For every criminal hiding in the shadows, there is a relentless hunter working to bring them to justice. Law enforcement agencies around the world have formed special units dedicated to tracking down dark web criminals. Using advanced technology, cyber forensics, and undercover operations, these agents navigate a maze of encrypted networks and anonymous marketplaces. Their mission is clear but perilous: infiltrate hidden communities, gather evidence, and dismantle dangerous networks before they cause more harm. These operations are often high-stakes and complex. Agents must maintain their cover, avoid detection, and sometimes take months or even years to build a case strong enough to lead to arrests. The digital landscape changes rapidly, and criminals adapt quickly, forcing law enforcement to constantly innovate. Famous takedowns, like the shutdowns of Silk Road and AlphaBay, showcase the success of these efforts. Yet, every victory is met with the rise of new markets and new players, keeping the battle far from over. The pursuit is a continuous cycle of cat and mouse, where both sides push their limits. This war behind the screen is as much about strategy and intelligence as it is about technology. It is a story of resilience, patience, and determination in the face of an invisible enemy. If you find this hidden battle between hunters and hunted fascinating, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to follow the conclusion of our journey into the dark web. With every dark empire falling, another rises. How long can this endless cycle continue? And what will it take to finally bring lasting justice to this shadowy world? The dark web is constantly evolving, faster, smarter, and more elusive than ever before. Technologies like encrypted currencies, decentralized networks, and artificial intelligence are shaping its future, making it harder for anyone to control or police. This hidden world remains a battleground where criminals adapt quickly, and new threats emerge just as old ones fall. But amidst the shadows, there is hope. Awareness is growing, law enforcement agencies are becoming more sophisticated, and international cooperation is stronger than ever. Every takedown weakens these dark networks, and every survivor's story reminds us why this fight matters. The dark web is not just a place of crime, it is a mirror reflecting the complexities of human nature, the desire for freedom, the temptation of power, and the consequences of choices made in the shadows. As technology advances, so must our vigilance and resolve. If you have watched this video all the way through, it means this story has earned your valuable time. Your support means everything, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Reaching 5,000 likes would help bring more powerful stories like this to you. Your one click could make all the difference.